In the vast blue ocean of the Pacific, where the white-capped waves roll under the grey sky every windy season, Japanese fishing boats still glide silently in the morning mist. They are not the splendid ships of tourism or research, but the weather-beaten machines, carrying the dreams and lives of men born amid the wind and waves. Japanese fishermen, the silent warriors of the sea. They live at sea, work at sea. And sometimes, die at sea. The life of a Japanese fisherman does not begin with the gentle alarm clock in a warm room. It begins with the roar of the ship's engine at 2 a.m., the cry of seagulls circling above the deck, and the bone-chilling cold blowing from the north through the Tsugaru Strait. In the pale yellow light from the cabin, men wearing orange waterproof jackets and white hard hats quietly step out onto the deck like shadows. No one says anything. They are too used to this rhythm of life. Every trip to sea is a battle, not only with the wind and waves but also with their own bodies. The Japanese sea, whether in summer or winter, is never pleasant. On the tuna fishing boats over 30 meters long, which can hold hundreds of tons of fish, every activity is operated with iron discipline. Japanese fishermen are meticulous in every detail, from how to fold the fishing line to how to stack the fish in the cold storage. They use hand poles, electric poles, trawls, purse seines, and especially traditional hand lines, a fishing method that has been with them for hundreds of years. Each hand pole is a life and death line, connecting them to the fish hundreds of meters deep. When a bluefin tuna weighing more than 200 kilograms takes the bait, it pulls not only the line, but also the will and strength of the person holding the pole. There are moments when the person holding the rod trembles from the cold. From fatigue. From the adrenaline rush when seeing the fishing line stretched like a bowstring, then shot down into the sea. The whole team rushes into support, each person taking turns pulling the line, pumping oxygen into the fish tank, using iron hooks to fix the giant fish's body when it rises to the surface of the water. A precise head strike, there is no room for error, will paralyze the fish. Then put it in a quick freeze tank at a temperature of -60 degrees Celsius, keeping the excellent quality of the meat intact. And it will be brought to Toyosu Fish Market a few days later. Not only tuna. Sea areas such as Hokkaido, Tohoku, Okinawa or Nagasaki are also the territory of countless other precious seafood, giant squid, swordfish, red snapper, cod. Octopus, scallops. Each species requires a different fishing technique. Japanese fishermen are not people who only know how to go out to sea and cast nets. They are marine engineers, underwater biologists, experts in understanding weather, currents, reproductive cycles, and even fish psychology. On a giant squid fishing boat operating all night in the waters off Hachinohe, hundreds of halogen bulbs are turned on. creating a brilliant light field like a floating city in the middle of the ocean. The squid are attracted to the light, flocking in dense schools. The young fishermen wear rubber gloves, using automatic fishing reels to pull the squid up at a dizzying speed, 1 every 3 seconds. Sometimes, in one night, they catch more than 10 tons of squid. However, immediately after catching, all the squid are pre-processed, classified, frozen, and neatly stacked in boxes, no mess. Every step is a standard. Life on board is not easy. Each trip lasts from several days to several months. Offshore ships have to endure fierce storms, waves as high as 3-story buildings, and wind whistling through the iron gaps like knives. There are nights when the whole ship rocks as if it is about to capsize. Seawater floods the deck, and only faith and solidarity can keep them going. They eat rice with dried fish, hot miso, and pickled vegetables. They sleep in shifts on narrow bunk beds. Listening to the engine roar like the heart of the ship, an old fisherman once said, "We are not afraid of the sea. We are only afraid of not catching anything." In their world, work is life, honor, and family tradition passed down from generation to generation. There are families in Aomori or Shizuoka that have been in the fishing business for 5 generations. From the time when their great-grandfather used a rowboat to go fishing. Now, the grandchildren operate modern ships worth tens of billions of yen, with radar, GPS, and deep freezing systems. But the spirit is the same as before. Young Japanese people today are no longer interested in fishing. That is the sad truth. This job is hard, dangerous, and lonely. But there are still sons of the sea, those who were born smelling salt, sleeping with the sound of waves, and dreaming of fish in their sleep. They follow one another, keeping the ships from shutting down, keeping the fish markets lit up at 4 a.m. every day. Keeping the Japanese people with delicious sushi on their tables. The ships dock after many days at sea. The giant tuna are hoisted down, labeled with quality marks, and then loaded onto refrigerated trucks to be transported to Tokyo, Osaka, and Kyoto. But behind each fish is sweat, blood, and the quiet dreams of a man whose name no one remembers. They don't need to be famous. They just need the sea to still have fish, the ship to still have engines, and the dawn to still shine on the water, so they can go out to sea again. To live as they used to. After each long trip drifting in the ocean, the ship returns in the shimmering sunset on the water, carrying holds full of fish and faces haggard from lack of sleep. But they don't complain. For them, it is a source of pride that they have conquered the sea once again. At the port, refrigerated trucks are waiting. The logistics team urgently unloads each tuna weighing as much as an adult. Each basket of squid still shining with a shimmering silver color. Each tray of scallops that have just been frozen. Everything happens quickly, neatly and precisely, truly Japanese.